Okay, so right. So for today we will be developing an AWT GUI for student information. Let's see how it will look like. It should be looking like this. That is, there will be two frames in this. There will be a certain number of labels, certain number of text fields. For the department and division, you can see there is some kind of a drop down list kind of a thing. For that, the component which we will be using of AWT is the choice. Then result and cancel will be the two buttons. In the frame 2, we will be having some labels, we can say, we get some information which will be getting displayed over here. Average will be basically the average of all these marks of all these subjects, that is PMCN, PDC, EJP and MP. And OK will be the button. The one feature it should have is whenever the frame 1 is getting displayed, the frame 2 should not be visible, and so is the vice versa. That is, whenever the message is getting displayed, frame 1 should be set visible to false. Okay, what will be the interfaces that we will be using? Action listener for button events, that is for result, cancel and OK we will be implementing the action listener. For item listener we will be using we are using that because of the department and division, that is this drop down list kind of a thing. So I think that's it. Okay, let's get started with Eclipse. Okay, now let's create a project. That is file, new project, or Java project, doesn't matter. Project name, let's say it as student information GUI. Okay, sounds good. Let's finish it, and here we are done with it. Okay, new class. Name of the class, again I'll take it as main only. Public static void main, yes, I would like it. Okay, now first let's write the import statement, that is import java.awt.star. Second, import java.awt.event.star. Okay, this much is done. Now public class main, what should it extend? It should extend Windows adapter implements action listener. Just let me see, action listener and item listener, right? Yeah, since this is the kind of output we want. So implements action listener, comma, item listener. Okay. Now let's see in this output how many labels and all will be requiring. For the frame 1 will be requiring 1 2 3 4 5, then 6 7 8 9 10. Around 10 labels we will be requiring. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 text fields we will be requiring, 2 buttons we will be requiring, and 2 choices we will be requiring. And for this message, for the next frame we will be requiring 1 2 3 4 5 6 labels and 1 OK button, that is 3 button and all this. Okay, let's start making it. Okay, so there will be first of all 2 frames, that is frame f1 comma f2. Okay, then let's make it as label. Now label, just to avoid getting confused, let's name the label as f1, that is frame 1 label 1, frame 1 label 2. How many labels it was? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Okay, 10 labels in frame 1. It's gonna take a time. Label 4, frame 1 level. So tiring. Okay, then after the label, again label for the frame 2, that is 6 labels we will be requiring. Frame 2 label 1, frame 2 label 2, frame 2 label 3, frame 2 label 4, frame 2 label 5, frame 2 label 6. Okay, then button, three buttons we will be requiring. So button b1 comma b2 comma b3. Text field, I guess we were having 8. Let me check. 5 6. No, text field we are having 1 2 3. Text field is 8. Okay, text field tf1 comma tf2 comma tf3 comma 4 comma tf5 tf6 comma tf7 8. Okay, then choice. Choice component c1 comma c2 for division and department. Okay, let's make the constructor where we'll be initializing our frame 1. f1 is equal to new frame, f1 dot set visible as true, then f1 dot set size 400 comma 400, the one which I have used in every program. Now let's set the title as frame 1 only. I'm not getting creative over here. Frame 1 exclamation mark, then set sizes and set layout. Set layout is null. Then okay, set title, set visible, set size, set layout is done. Let's call the init and add components method. And components method. Okay, now let's define the init method. Public void init. Now let's initialize the labels, buttons, text fields and all. It's going to take some time. Let's do it. New label. This will be done 10 times. Okay. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Frame 1 label 2, frame 1 label 3, frame 1 label 4. Name roll number, seat number. Name roll number, seat number, department, division. Over here, instead of giving PMC and PDC and all, I could give sub 1, subject 1, subject 2, subject 3, subject 4, and subject 5. Okay, sounds good. Now let's initialize the labels in the frame 2. Okay, let's copy paste. 1 2 3 4 5. Label 2, label 3, label 4, label 5. Again, start with name, roll number, seat number, name, roll number, seat number, department, division, and average. Okay, we'll be needing one more label over here. I guess I have written 6 over then. Okay. Department, division, and F2L6 is equal to average. Now let's initialize the buttons. B1 is equal to new button. What should be displayed on the button will be written over here. B1 is equal to new button. We want to display result over here. Okay, so we'll be writing result. Okay, same goes for the next two button, that is cancel and OK. Control B, button 2, button 3, cancel and OK. Now this is done. Now we have to initialize the text field. Okay, so text field 1 is equal to new text field. 20 is enough, I guess. Okay, 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. New text field 20. Okay, yeah. Now text fields are done. Now choice. Initialize the choice. Okay, so C1 is equal to new choice. C2 is equal to new choice. Okay. Next, let's start with public. Init is done. Now let's start with add components. Public void add components. Okay, now I'll have to do the set bounds and all. Okay, let's do frame1 label 1 dot set bounds 20 comma 50 comma width 80 will be okay. Yeah, I guess it will be okay. So x is 20, y is 50, but this 80 and height is 100. Let's copy it for 10 times, dude. 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. 20 50 80 100. Okay, let's make it as 80 because as 80. Okay, 100 comma 20 50 width I'll take it as 100 and height is 20. It's just fine now because 20 with 70. Okay, sounds good. So 30 increase by 30, 110, 140, 170, 200, 230, 260, 300, sorry, 290 and 320, right? Just a minute. I think I'm confusing over here. The 1 2 3 4 5. Acha, okay, 5 are for this and 5 are for this. Okay. I think I'm messing up something over here. Okay, let's keep it as 100 only. Okay, because these 5 will be for name, roll number, seat, department, division. Their x position is the same, y position gets increased and width and height will remain the same. So just the y parameter will be changing. Now for this PMC and PDC, for the subject one, here the x position will be remaining, here the x position will be changing, y will remain the same, width and height will be same. Okay, let's make it as, instead of 80, let's make it as 50 20 and 80. Okay, and 170 I'll have to start from 200, right? The y position. That's a worst cursor. Now x will be ranging from 20. Let's make it as a 50 now, because the height is for the width is 40, x y width height. Okay, so 70 60 70 80. Okay, so let's start with 80, that is keeping a gap of 60. 140, 200 and 260. Okay, done. Next is, let's make text field. I'll have to set the bounds for text field also, right? So t1 dot set bounds. 150 will be good, kya? Since this is this much, so xy width height, so 120. Okay, 150 would be good. Okay, 150 comma 50 comma 150 comma 20. I'll have to make three text fields, I guess. Three text fields now. I'm not no, I'll have to make 8 text fields. For boring job, but let's see. Text field 1.1, text field 3. 150, 80, 110. 150, 20, 150, 20. Okay, fine. Next, let's do for the choices. So c1 dot set bounds. No, for the choices first, I'll have to add the choices in that. So c1 dot add. Let's say CSE. c1 dot add IT. c1 dot add ENTC. Okay, then for C2, for choices to C2, which was division, let's make it as division 1. C2 dot add, let's make it as division 2. C2 dot add division 3. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. Now let's set their bounds. Set bounds 150, since it will be starting with the same x position, by position will be changing and the width and height will be remaining same. 150. So this is the width is 170. Okay, so let's keep it 140. Why? Because it's 130 over here in the T3, so increasing by 10, so 150, 140. Okay, and let's keep it the same. 150. C2 dot set bounds 150 comma 170 comma 150 comma 20. Okay. Next is, now we want to set the text fields for this, for the subject where we'll be entering our marks. Okay, so T4 dot set bounds 20 comma, it will start with 220 now, so by position will be 230. Height, what should I give? 50, I guess. Width should be 50, I guess, is enough. 20. Let's see if I'm wrong over there. I'll have to change it, everything. 4, 5. T4, T5, T6, T7, T8. Okay. T5, T6, T7, T8. Okay. 20. Then 80. Then 140. 200 and 260. 235. Okay. Now for the buttons again, so B1 dot set bounds 20 comma 260, because 250 over here. 20 comma 260 comma height, let's bet say 150 heights. Button 2 dot set bounds 200 comma 260 comma 150 comma 30 xy width height. Okay, sounds good. I think I have set the bounds for each of the components. I think I'll have to add them every I'll have to add. So frame 1 I'll have to add. Frame 1 label 1. I'll have to do this 10 times. Adding 1. Control B, Control B, Control B, Control B. That is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Frame 1 label 2, frame 1 label 3, frame 1 label 4, frame 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. Okay. Now adding the text fields. Frame 1 dot add T1. Control C, and Control B, Control B, Control B, Control B, Control B. Text field 1, text field 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and okay. Now we have to add the buttons. Frame 1 dot add button 1 and button 2. Button 3 will be in the frame 2. Okay. Now we'll have to call the methods. First is the window listener. Next is c1 dot add item listener for the choices. Next is for the button, I'll have to do b1 dot add action listener. For the button, it's done. Now for I have to call add action listener for 3 buttons: result, cancel, and OK. So we'll have to copy this 3 times and change the button. So button 2 and button 3. Okay. Now let's get started with the main. Let's get started with the main code. Public void window closing window event e frame 1 dot dispose public void item state changed, which is the method in what item state change, which is the method in item listener. Okay. Since we are not using the radio buttons and all, I believe we just have to write the name, function name over here, and if we even leave this empty, it will not give us any error. Because if it was the case of radio button or the list component, we'll have to write something over here. Okay. Item state change. Now let's start with the button performance. What will or how will our GUI react once we click a certain button? So public void action performed will be taking action event class object. Action event. Okay, sounds good. Okay. Now if e dot get source e dot get source is equal to button 1, then means if the user has clicked on button 1, then what it should do, button 1 is basically our result 1, so this frame 1 should disappear and frame 2 should be visible. Okay, then I'll set frame 1 dot set visible as false, and frame 2 dot set frame 2 I'll have to initialize over here first of all. I've not initialized it in the init one, so I'll initialize it over here, no problem about it. New frame, just let me confirm. Frame is equal to new frame but it's I'm not initialized it over there. So next is frame 1 dot set visible is done. Frame 2 dot frame where is it showing this? Frame 2 dot set visible as true. Okay, frame 2 dot set layout null. Frame 2 dot set size, again let's make it 500 from 500 this time. Then frame 2 dot set title is remaining now. Title is remaining, let's make it frame 2. Okay, set visible done, set layout this is done. Okay. Now I'll have to set my labels. Whatever the input which are given in the text field, the label should be updated accordingly. Okay, so frame 2 label 1 dot set text. What should be the text? Name plus text field 1 dot get text. This is the method which we are using to obtain the input given in the text fields. Okay, this I'll have to do how many times? 5 times. 5 times only. 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 7, 8. This I'll have to do 3 times. Control V. So frame 2 label 2, frame 2 label 3. Name. Second one is roll number and seat number. Okay. Roll number, seat number. Okay. Frame 2 label 3. Now frame 2 label 4 dot set text. What is this? It's for department and division. So we could not use the get text over here. For the choices we'll be using get selected item. Okay. So first one is department. Okay. Let's write department plus T1 dot get text, T2 T3 plus C1 dot get selected item. Since C1 over here for the department and division, we are using the choice component. So to obtain the input which the user has selected, we will be using C1 dot get selected item. Okay. Let's copy this since we will be using this one more time for division. F2 dot label 5. Department is done. Let's deal with division. Okay, division is C1 now. It's instead of C1, it will be C2. Okay, sounds good. Okay. Now button 3. Everything over here is done. Button 3. Button 3 dot add action listener. No? Button 3. First, let's set the bounds of it. What should be the bound? What should be the bound? 8 minutes. Just instead of setting the bounds for button 3, let's set the bounds for frame 2 label 1 frame 2 labels. I think I have not set it over here, na? Okay. Let's set then. To label 1 dot set bounds. Let's start with 20. Acquire position 50. Width I can take it as 500, means it should be covering the whole frame. 30. Sounds good. Let's copy it for 5 times. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 is for average. Average is also here now. It's not below. Okay. Okay. Fine. So 20, 50, 80. So that means 40. That's mean 130, 170, 210, and 250. Right? Sounds good. Okay. Now setting for button 3 b3 dot set bound. It should be just below all these labels. So again, its position will be, let's keep it in the middle somewhere. So greater than 20, 60. Y position will be 250 plus 30 will be 280. So for safety, let's keep it as 300. With this 100, I guess is okay. Height is 50 is fine. Okay. Now we'll add these labels. We'll add these frame to the button 3. Okay. Now for the average one, let's do the calculation. Let's write the code for average. How to will be calculating average? Integer. We will be using the wrapper class concept. That is creating an object of the wrapper class integer m1. M1 is for the mark, stands for marks 1. So integer dot parse integer t4 dot get text. Okay. So the get text stores the input in the string format. We will be parsing that into integer and we'll be storing it into a wrapper class object called as m1. Okay. Dot get next. Okay. Let's copy this. Control C, Control V, Control V, Control V, Control V. Okay. Integer m1, m2, m3, m4, m5. chain.parseInt t4.getText t5.getText t6.get. Okay, I'm facing some error over here. I don't know why. Why is it showing me red? Let's see. Create local value. Okay, T4. It's saying T4 is not defined. T1, T2, T3. Text field. Oh, TF1 I have done. Okay, let's make it as T1, T2, T3. Okay, I think this should solve my issue. Window listener. I've done this now. Window and window listener. This public void window closing window event. Okay, one but dispose. It should have not given me that error. Let's see it. Window listener. Okay, I think I'll be facing some errors. Okay, let's see them once we are completed with the code. Okay. Now another object of the wrapper class integer, that is, let's name it as average, which will be nothing but m1 plus m2 plus m3 plus m4 plus m5, sorry, divided by 5. Now frame2 dot label 6, which means over here average, we will set text, sorry, frame2 label 6 dot set text, that is average, the variable average dot to string, because in the set text method we cannot use integers. We'll have to provide the set text in a string format, so that's why we're using the function toString to convert the integer to string. Okay, sounds good. Okay, now we'll add the labels to the frame. So F2 L1, right? Control C. It's a pretty lengthy code, around 200 lines of a code it is. 3, 4, 5, 6, no? I guess 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now this was if the person presses button 1, that is result. What if he presses cancel? So let's write in the else if loop, that is if e dot get source is equal to button 2, button 2 means cancel. If it is that, then we'll just simply close the whole GUI. You could write the function for other functionalities as well for this button, but I'll be writing for this one just for the simplicity. Dispose, sorry. Okay, then what if he presses the OK button which is there in frame 2? For that, the functionality should be the frame 2 should be the frame 2 should disappear and the frame 1 should appear once again. Okay, so else if e dot get source is equal to button 3, then frame2 dot set visible true and frame2 dot set visible false. Okay, sounds good. Okay, let's call this class, that is new name. Okay, I'm facing this issue over here. Add window listener, frame1 dot add. What is the issue? To see, give me a minute, I'll check this. Window closing, window event e, and frame1 dot dispose. Anything over here? Exchange Windows adapter. I think I'm mixing up with the class name. Window. Okay. Okay, it should be window, not Windows. Okay. I got the point. I think it should now resolve the issue. Yep. Let's see. So run as Java application. Okay, I think everything is in a line. It's looking neat. Okay, department one I'm not able to get. Okay, I think then I have not written C1. I'm not added C1. I'm not adding. So F1 dot add C1, comma F1 dot add C2. Okay, now let's save Control S and run as Java application once again. Let's see. It's now working perfectly. Okay, it's good. Now let's say name as Abhishek. Roll number, let's make it as 24. Seat number, let's say 1234. Departments, I'll take it as IT. Division, what should be the division? Let's make it as 3. Subject 1, let's say I got subject 1 50 marks. Again 50. Subject 3, I hardly scored 10. Subject 4, I'm master of it. 100. 100 on 100. Subject 5 again. Let's see what will be the result. Oh. Okay. I'm facing some issues in frame 2, which means the set bounds things have not been implemented properly. Let's check it again. 20, 50, 500, 30. Okay guys, I've done it. I was facing, it was the same issue of set bounds. So some set bounds, the positions got messed up. So I've reconfigured it right now. So it's working fine. Let me show you demo. See, this was the one which we were getting. Let's type the name is again Abhishek. Roll number 24, seat number 16, 26. Okay, no problem about that. Department, let's say IT division, let's say 2. Subject 1 50, subject 2 60, subject 3 70, subject 4 80, subject 5 90. Okay, result. See, now it's getting perfectly, the message is getting perfectly displayed. And once we click with OK, frame 2 should disappear and frame 1 should appear here again. Frame 2 dot set visible. Oh, sorry, frame 2, no, sorry. Frame 1 dot set visible. Frame 2 dot set visible as, sorry. Frame 1 dot set visible as true. Frame 2 dot set visible as false. Okay, now it will be working perfectly all right. Okay, that's it from this video, everyone. Thank you guys.